Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Monday motivation episode of Basketball Body and Mind. We're still talking about the mind, and thank you if you have listened last couple of episodes about the motivation, about the goals, how to set up the goals, how to find the way while you are training. And today's topic is something that I am still very surprised how often people, and either like young or even older people, do and hope that even though they are doing that, they will succeed. Whatever success means for you, like it doesn't matter, but you will not, quote unquote, win in the long game if you do this. I have written IG apologize IG post about this in 2020, and I'm quoting now shortly. I will complain when my grandfather will start to complain. He has lived through World War II. He has lost his father in concentration camp. He has been taken or exiled to Siberia, buried his own child, taken taken care of a spouse who was ill for the last few years, and eventually buried her. So rest in peace, grandmother. However, despite all of these negative and tragic things in his life, I never in my life have heard him complaining. Not a single time. Look around. There are many things to be grateful for. So, as you understood, the thing is what I'm talking about is stop making excuses. Stop complaining. There are many things that you can be grateful for. I don't say you should. You can be grateful for, but very often we take things for granted. But it's not about that, about being gratefulness. Actually, it would be a good topic to talk other time, but it's about stop complaining, stop looking for excuses. So every player, like I said player, but I was thinking like not even players, every single person, myself included, I still make excuses, or I have excuse in my mind. Even like 2 days ago, I told to my sister, and she said like maybe I will be coming to a gathering, and I said, you know what? There are so many excuses I could say that I will not come because of this and that, but I'm not going to use any of them. I will show up. So every player, since we are talking about the basketball players, has moments where it feels like it's much easier to say, I don't have time, I don't have a gym around me to shoot, or I'm tired, my coach doesn't believe in me, or coach doesn't give me any minutes. And trust me, you are not alone. You're not alone. And excuses makes us feel kind of safe that actually, yes, we are. It is true, and we are right because I really don't have time. I have to, like do my homework. I have to exercise. Maybe, I don't know. I have exercised already, or maybe I was shooting this morning. Whatever you will say, and you feel tired, and maybe in some cases it will be true, but another example, I'm sitting like a few months ago, I'm sitting with my friend, and we're watching basketball game, and he said, I work with him also online, and he says, yeah, like I don't have that much time recently, and I wish I could do more. And I said, give me your phone. I said, what? I said, give me your phone. I took his phone, checked screen time. It was 4 hours of TikTok. So maybe person was not aware. I mean, he made significant change after we talked that. He did a lot to improve. He lost weight. He was exercising 5 to 8, apologize, 5 to 8 times a week. And right now he's in a great spot. But he had those excuses. Maybe sometimes he still have them. However, it's never ending battle, but we need to keep on finding. And excuses will not move us closer to the goal. In the very best case scenario, maybe you will stay in the same place, but I would say that if you do not get better, you're getting worse. So excuses and complaining makes you worse. That's for sure. It makes you weaker. Makes you look for like excuses rather than solutions that you need. And to continue, or maybe to set the tone for today's message, I want to play a short clip. Maybe some of you will have already heard this from retired Navy SEAL Jocko Willink. He is known for his book, Extreme Ownership. He has written more books, but that one is the one that I read and I really, really liked it. So it's called Extreme Ownership. And he has no like nonsense, no BS approach. And this clip that you're about to hear is called Good.
One of my direct subordinates, one of my guys that worked for me, he would call me up or pull me aside with some major problem, some issue that was going on. And he'd say, "Boss, we got this and that and the other thing." And I'd look at him and I'd say, "Good." And finally one day he was telling me about some issue that he was having, some problem, and he said, "I already know what you're going to say." And I said, "Well, what am I going to say?" He said, "You're going to say good." He said, "That's what you always say. When something is wrong and going bad, you always just look at me and say good." And I said, "Well, yeah. When things are going bad, there's going to be some good that's going to come from it. Didn't get the new high-speed gear we wanted? Good. Didn't get promoted? Good. More time to get better. Oh, mission got canceled? Good. We can focus on another one. Didn't get funded. Didn't get the job you wanted. Got injured. Sprained my ankle. Got tapped out? Good. Got beat? Good. You learned. Unexpected problems? Good. We have the opportunity to figure out a solution." That's it. When things are going bad, don't get all bummed out, don't get startled, don't get frustrated. If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
If for copyright restrictions you did not hear the audio from the video clip, please look in the description under this episode and listen to it before you continue listening to this episode. Okay, so if you did not hear that Jocko Willink clip, good, so please go below in description of this video and this episode and listen to that video. So let's take what Jocko said and apply it to basketball. Okay, so it's often, or let's say it this way, didn't make to the national team? Good. More time to improve your game. Got benched? Good. That means that you know exactly where you stand and what you need to work on. Lost a close game? Good. Pressure revealed your weak spots and now you can work on them. Sprained your ankle? Good. You'll have time to improve your upper body strength, your mindset, and you can study film. Of course, all of these things will suck. Of course, there's no doubt about that. But this is the mindset that we are working on. with this word good. We do not want to trick our mind, like saying, oh no, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. No, we want to shift our mind. We want to shift that instead of using those things as an excuses, we would see them as opportunities. And those opportunities, I believe, is what separates the players. Players who will stay where they are from the players who will keep rising, who will keep improving, because they will find those opportunities to get better no matter what situation they will be in. So this is how I see those excuses, like as we talked previously, like I don't have equipment. So you should say instead of that, okay, I'll do body weight work, I'll do push-ups, I'll do planks, I'll do pull-ups, I'll do single leg squats. Because even though if I don't have equipment, I don't have gym like weight room, I will still improve my body. Excuse can be, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired after practice. I don't want to run. So just jog for 5 minutes easily, or stretch for 10 minutes before your bed. You can come up with a standard, as I was talking today with another online client. I said, if you will have the standard that you will do something after each game, after each practice, because he wanted to improve conditioning, I said, like, have the standard that you will do something. And if you had easy practice, maybe you will run 5 times 10 chords with 2 minutes break. I mean, about conditioning, I will talk in a couple of weeks. But maybe other time you will play 35 minutes, you will be exhausted. So maybe then you will run easily couple of minutes jogging barefoot as a recovery, let's call it run, and foot massage because you're running barefoot. So every single time you will get better. So this is what I was thinking about. Like, if you're tired after practice but you still want to improve, have the standard. Don't look for excuses like I'm tired after the game. Of course, like, you don't want to hit the wall because you will be training too hard, but I do believe many of you listening are not training that hard. Meaning, of course you train hard, but there is another level, in my opinion. And if you don't know if you are at that level, text me and I'll find out. I'll help you to find out if you are training too little or too much. Another excuse is like, can be, coach doesn't trust me. Coach doesn't give me minutes, doesn't let me play. So the ownership, the responsibility you take should be, I'll earn the trust by showing consistently early every day. Maybe you show up early, you do the exercises, you do the warm-up, you foam roll, you stretch, maybe you do some push-ups. That would be the way to show your determinedness, the seriousness you have about the career you're about to start, professional basketball player career. So now look into your excuses that you have, and I think not only look, but like how you can, when you look at them, this is how you need to let's call it kill them, how you can turn them into next step, into actionable steps. Like, number one is you need to be honest with yourself. After you use an excuse, I want you to ask yourself, am I telling the truth? Or am I telling myself a story that I'm tired, that I don't have equipment? Is this really legit? Maybe if it's 11 p.m., it's raining outside, you had a basketball game that ended like a couple hours ago, and you want to go for a run, maybe that could be an excuse not to go for a run, because all of these things shows that actually running might not be the best thing you can do at that moment of time. But if you still want to get better, maybe you will just stretch and maybe sleeping and doing nothing will be even better for you in that case. But be honest with yourself, because if you're using those excuses, basketball will reveal it. When you will step on the court and you said, I cannot shoot because it's raining outside and there's no one around me to shoot with. I know a person who was shooting 2 months straight, 1,600 shots. I'm pretty sure he did not miss a day. Maybe like out of those 2 months, he missed like couple, 3 sessions. But he was so committed because he wanted to go to the USA. And he was shooting 1,600 sometimes a day. Sometimes his father would help him, but his father was working abroad, so he just shoot by himself. And I asked him, how long did it take you? Usually he said, depending on the day, but approximately 4 hours and I would be done. So be honest with yourself. Number 2, replace every excuse with an action. Meaning, if you don't have 60 minutes to shoot, if you don't have opportunity to shoot 1,600, do it for 10 minutes. Don't have a court, don't have a weight room to lift weights. Work on with your body weight in your living room or in your home. You don't need space to do push-ups. You can do them in the corridor. You can do lunges forward and back like in the corridor. You can do single leg squats standing on the chair. Be careful if you will do that. That's like king of the exercise. You do not have, of course it would help you to have all the equipment and have the basketball court around you, but sorry, there is none. So what? You will use that as an excuse, and then later when you will be 30 years old or whatever years old, you will look back and you will think, you know what? I was being lazy. I didn't even try. I had all these opportunities around me, but I didn't use it because I was using those excuses. And third, which kind of leads into that, is build a no excuse environment. Plan your training sessions. Don't expect that your progress will happen. Find a way to track your progress. If you are shooting, know how many shots you're taking. It's not that important at the moment if you are making or missing those shots, so you don't need to track that, but you need to track how many shots you take. And it would be great if you can surround yourself with people who are either the same and they're looking for opportunities, not excuses, or apologize again, or you find people who will count you, who will hold you accountable. And maybe people will, they usually maybe have those excuses, but maybe they could keep you accountable. So that would be the best, because they could text you every evening, hey, did you stretch? Or hey, did you make your shots? Hey, did you run after the training session, and so on. So remember, the best players do not train only when conditions are good, when conditions are perfect. First of all, it's super easy to train when everything is good and sun is shining and nothing is hurting. But the conditions, I will say, are 99% of the time, they're not like that. You will have those excuses in your mind. Like your knees will hurt, it will be raining outside, you will not feel like working out, you will be tired, you will be sleepy, you will be hungry, it will be, the workout will be too early for you, and etc. As I said, it's easy to work out when things are going well, but that will be 1 out of 100 workouts. So what will you do with those 99 workouts? What? You will show up because you want to be successful, because you don't have that excuse maker mindset in your head. You will have that excuse in your mind, but you will not use it. You will smile and you will say, I hear you, Stan. I hear you what you say, but I am here to do bigger things. And it will get easier to fight those excuses, but they will never end. They will never end. You have to find a way to, let's call it work around and find opportunities. So write down your number one excuse, the thing that you tell yourself most often, the story you tell yourself most often, and destroy it with one action. You don't need anything else, just one action. And don't do it tomorrow, don't do it next week. I bet there is something you can do today for that thing to push that excuse a little bit further away from you. So with that, thank you for listening for this Monday motivation episode of Basketball Body and Mind. And if you liked it, please share it with a friend, with a teammate, with a coach, and stop making excuses, start making action. And as always, keep training basketball, body, and mind.